guys, it's Shavanna here again, and just a little treat today, and happy 10/11/12 day. Now, what I mean about that is 10, October, 10th month, season, winter, 11, the day, today, which is Friday, and then 12, which is 2019, which is 2 plus 1 plus 9 equals 12. So you got 10, 11, 12. Okay, so what does that mean? You know, we really need to pay attention to numbers. They say a whole lot. Thing that you added that either could potentially disrupt the order that you have maintained for yourself going through all these full moon and new moon processes, or the karmic debts where you're landing yourself again, or it could be somebody that's still in the equation that Spirit wants you to know up front right now is a threat to your progress potentially on this, or that what is going on as far as the upheaval, because you've worked so hard. Plus 1. Okay, I'm going to pull the crystal cards. We're going to use the stone deck. Okay, this is for what's standing in our way, what's going to throw us off though kilter. It's going to, you know, kind of throw everybody off their timeline. Okay, so what is it? Heady muscovite, also known as common mica, acts as a navigation tool for explorers of the supernatural and synchronistic. See, 10, 11, 12, huge day for synchronicity, so watch out for those messages. Who needs it? The pragmatic, empirical, and reasonable. Anyone who has ever asked themselves, how did I not see that coming? Warning, warning, warning. It's coming. This person's got to go. This is that Aries full moon. It's a beginning process. These things have got to go. And anything has got to go. It's got to be done. And this is Spirit just like illuminating it to you in this full moon, because that's what full moons do. Okay, Aries. Be partying a little bit too much, which is encouraging this. You've had a good time this summer collecting your little notches on the bedpost. But as the cat is looking over here, hey, wait a minute, I smell a rat. So because this behavior has been going on, you may want to try to curb it and check yourself before you wreck yourself, because this is what's going to set you off your path. Watch that Black Moon Lilith in 12th house Pisces, which is, you know, conjunct Neptune, and we still have Uranus and Taurus, of course. Gosh, you guys, I mean, Chiron is first house Aries right now. We have Mars in Libra, as well as Venus in Libra. So, hey, Aries, we know you're bad to the bone and you're flirty and you're all that. Then it's been a great summer, but let's calm that root chakra. Let's cut that X down, that plus 1 there, but down to the 2, because usually there's only 2 people tied up, but now there's 3. And her collection, and her handout, and her little familiar up there looking at that road. And so, Aries, watch yourself. Time to put the jammies on, eat a quart of ice cream, and forget that you are sexy and you are. Okay. Now. Taurus. 6 of Ghosts, which is the 6 of Cups. So Taurus, we all know that you're a little stubborn, And for you, it's reminiscing about old times, old things, and memories, which is good and great. They all have a purpose, and we need to allow them to be there. But here is the deal. It's really hard to move forward when we're always looking to the past, when we are still kind of stuck. This also kind of tells me, even in some belief systems, you may be having a little trouble with faith. You may be having a little trouble in faith in yourself and what you're manifesting for yourself. Your discomfort, your stubbornness in wanting to move outside the box in some of your processes. Saying, hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it, but the universe keeps pulling things upside down and is forcing you to do just that. Just because it's not broke doesn't mean you don't need to fix it. It means you need a contingency plan. So Taurus, no resting on your laurels. Set Spirit. Alright. Gemini. This right here, Gemini. When I'm looking at this card, she is paying a whole lot of attention to what others are gathered around her in regard to her emotion. That is a little bit why that kitty cat is looking a little suspiciously at those ghosts. I mean, it's almost like they're monitoring how you're feeling or behaving. So Gemini, I know you like to show a certain side of you in public, but be careful who you're letting to sway your emotions and feelings. Be careful who you are communicating with and how you're communicating with them. And don't forget that when you say things, and this is for everybody as the collective, even though this card is for Gemini on that's 11, they are definitely either using your emotions and or you are not being very careful about who you're being held as a confidant. Just be careful how you say and what you say things, because this is kind of warning for me a little bit about, because this is about what is going to be like tumblestoning you off of this process. Sometimes it's what you're causing. A lot of times it's what outside parties are causing, but sometimes you do have to look at it as, what about me is in this situation? But what's going on is you're having a lot of manipulation coming around from people around you because they know that you're in an emotional state. They know that this is the type of person you are, mothering and fluid and caring, very much in your heart space. So be careful of taking advice from, or not taking advice. Be real discerning about what it is that you're receiving as far as communication, and be careful who you're keeping as a confidant, and just always be cognizant that no matter what we're saying or where we're saying it, that there's always eyes and ears everywhere, and somebody could misconstrue something. So it's just about communication, okay guys? Gemini, that's what your number 11 is. All right, Cancer. What is Cancer's? Okay, so this is for Cancer. Cancers, you have not been very satisfied at all with what has come out of your hard work, or even how things have come about during your goal setting, your manifesting, all the purging, the relationship changes, life changes, moving, etc., etc., etc. Finding yourself out spiritually, but you're not very satisfied either with how things have gone. You're losing a little bit of faith, or where you're at on that process. And with, you know, because of this, it's forced you out of a slow-moving decision that needed to be made, and now you're finally ready to make a decision based on the fact that you just haven't been very satisfied about how it's going. So, what is Spirit saying about this? Well, good for the forward movement finally, but you need to practice temperance. Because this Knight is slow moving, he has the passion, as you see all through that with the red scarf. He has the drive and the passion, but he knows something about divine order, which is that number 10. And the number 12, about what governs that order. And in between is this number 11, which is causing that disruption. It's causing the shakeup. And what's causing your shakeup is your slow-moving divine Knight, divine order. It's kept you in this place of stasis that you're not very happy about. But usually when you're coming off the cross, it's a good thing. But as you can see, he's backed up by fire. You come off that cross too soon before your divine order and timing, thinking it's time for you to take control when you give it up to God, to the goddess, to whatever it is that you give it up to, and you think, I'm taking over my destiny and desire. That's what you're doing when you're turning him upside down and jumping into the fire. So, only because of your dissatisfaction, hang tough is what Source is saying to Cancers. Hang tough. Remain loyal to your Knight, who is taking his time, who has the understanding, who is of a higher vibration, who understands the divine timing, who has that passion and drive, and just trust. Trust, Gemini, that it's still a work in process and that divine has your back. Your ascended masters and spirit guides have your back. Just hang tough, remain in there. If you have to make a decision, don't right now, because it's going to cause you a problem if it's directly about what this is resonating with you about. It could be a relationship. It could be your job. It's just something that you've been working really hard at and very frustrated. And that's just Spirit letting you know that he sees your frustration and he gets it and he understands, but he's asking you to just remain and sit tough until, as I'm saying that, Gemini, Temperance card. Okay, there's that Hangman again. Temperance and the Hangman reverse on the bottom of the deck, and Justice flipped out. So Geminis, there is that governing in the 12 that is coming up for you. Okay, and it's really close around the corner. Let Divine do their job. Let them do what they do. Okay? Because this is the same guy as this. You could be the clown or you could be the soul-seeder. So let him disperse his justice. Let him do his governing. But if you interfere, you're going to cause yourself some upheaval in your progress. Okay. So now we need a Leo. That was Cancer. Did I say Gemini? If I did, just whatever's resonating between those two. Everybody else is in control. A little overextended. Again, I'm seeing this as, okay, I sat back, I changed things up, I'm open, I'm trying to be a student, but as you're paying attention to this really tangible object, the pumpkin that she's holding on there, trying to get the answers. She's got the books down here that she's got on the ground. The ghost is so far away, she's not even bringing him in. The moon is behind her. All these things she could be looking at to receive the messages that she needs to feel confident, to feel more empowered, more to be pushed in a better direction, to not feel this way. And you've also got your familiar in the background there, and all the stars and constellation. I mean, you've got the whole shebang that's being thrown at you right now, Leo. Because how you're feeling and thinking, you're having a hard time being a student of picking up on those synchronicities of your meditation, of positive affirmations, things like that. You're just kind of missing the mark. So Leo, let me just pull an advice card from this for you on that. Like, see if we can narrow it down for Leo on that. Another 11 upheaval. Okay. 4 of Ghosts. Alright. I'm just seeing really a whole huge lack of structure. I see somebody that thinks that they're making an effort with all this right here. And everything, your spirit guide source, all the elementals are super awesome, happy that you're present at least. But the thing is that you're not taking it seriously. You need to do more work. You need to kind of pop out of this zone of being bored on your intentions, or just giving up, or just being complacent. That's just what's causing your problems, and it's kind of why things are running amok for you, why everybody else seems to be tying you up. You're allowing this to happen. So Spirit wants you to start to do what's interesting to you and get yourself back on your path. Find that Uranus and Taurus way, the non-Virgo unique way of changing things up to make it back interesting again, because you're losing out. He needs you to keep your stamina going, Leos, to keep up that strength, because you are a leader and extremely important. We can't have you here. Have you, again, resting on your laurel seems to be the number 11 thing here. So really start paying attention to the things around you. Start reading more. Just pick any topic that's going to streamline you into the next one, that's going to cause you that spark to happen and set you back on your path and get you back interested again, and present, but truly present, and not allowing everybody to run amok in the situation. The structure will show up. Everything will start falling into place. So join your heart and head space. Join in. And if you're just joining on the timestamp, what this is a 10, 11, 12 reading. It's about Spirit coming in and saying, or your ascended masters, archangels, ancestors, anybody saying, okay, the number 10 is that divine way. It's understanding where, through our process of what that's about, the strength in knowing what that's about, the courage it takes to give that up, when we have to give it to God. And so right now I'm on Virgo. I'm trying to figure out what the 11 is, and 11 is that 10 plus 1, but it takes the balance off kilter. What is like overturning all the work that you've done, even God's work. I mean, hey, what's the choices we make? And this is a freebie from him onto him getting to that 12, which is allowing him to rule the situation. But he needs you to be cognizant, so you guys can be proactive and work together. coexist, collaborate in getting you back on track. Okay, so this is Virgo. Your communication. Now, oops, excuse me there. Whoop. It is almost your overly aggressive way of handling things in your thought process, how you're communicating them vocally, all surrounding your leadership position in your home, your church, community, work, relationship. If this is a person that has high understanding and it's being a bit rigid and quick to judge and quick to become emotional and respond, and they need you to reel that back, be professional, be more kind, more comforting, more warm, and see how things will grow and be born from that action instead of this swift one that's all up in the air and all a little crazy. So it's just saying your actions and reactions, Virgo, is what's standing in your way, or that +1 in the upheaval process of the goal manifesting that we've done from the new moon in Aries to the full moon in Aries that's coming up on the 13th. This is your number 11. Watch the communication. Okay. Libra. Libra. And this is your season. We have the 9 of Pumpkins. So, the 9 of Pumpkins, what's standing in your way, Miss Libra, Miss Thing here, is almost that you know that you're all that. You're very secure and set and solid. You have your spirituality and your goals all balanced and manifested tightly into this neat little thing. This garden that's just overflowing. Your pumpkins are huge. You've got fur. You're wearing purple. Alright, well, I've got my little gremlins at it again. Let me see if I can get this to focus. Libra. So, like I was saying, everything around her is big and abundant. She's on her game. And if you notice the arrows that are pointing to the home, also up to the stars, she, with the feather, is about her balanced thoughts. Her heart is open. Nothing is guarding it. Libra, basically what Spirit is saying to you is, good job. Okay? This is generally the 9 of Spheres. You've got everything balanced. You, Libra, and this is in your season, Spirit is just saying, awesome, awesome, awesome job. This is what the collective can go for themselves. You've led by example here. The purple is showing how you define yourself in your space. You're very confident. You know what you're worth. You are using everything in balance, all the tools necessary, like the owl, and also you're familiar with your cat. You're touching your pumpkins. You've got your life in order. You're understanding. You can touch and feel what's going on around you. Control and manifest. And I mean, there just isn't anything you can't provide for yourself. You've got fur for warmth and bedazzled jewel, pulling all of that together. You're basically like with having the owl come and land on you with your glove there, saying universally, you're just using your powers of manifestation, and the universe is working along with you in your favor for whatever it is that you want to manifest, and is bringing you mass amounts of abundance, security, independence. You don't need anybody, sister or brother. That is great. Good job, Libra. That is what Spirit is want to say to you about your +1, is that you don't have one. You are perfectly balanced at this moment. Great job. Keep going. Keep knowing exactly who and what you are, and going for everything that you want, and continue with your balancing, and really be a representation for the collective. Great job, Libra, says Spirit. Thank you guys so much, and we'll be doing more videos, so please like and subscribe, comment, and share. Appreciate all of your support. Namaste, guys. Much love. Hugs and kisses.